Hello TL Travelers and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. Today we are going to spread the love and talk a little bit about my absolute favorite people that I run into at airports. If you didn't see it already, I did a similar video, well not similar, an opposite video, talking about all the people at airports that I dislike, and I thought, you know, I'm generally a very positive person, and while it felt nice to get all that off my chest, I would like to pay my respects to my faves. So without further ado, let's get this video rolling. So my very first favorite kind of person to encounter while I am traveling is the person who likes to look before they lean. And some of you might already know where I'm going with this, but that is the person who is sitting in front of you on the airplane who takes a quick moment to just do a little shoulder check before they slam their chair back, possibly in your face. I'm one of those people who will put my table tray down and work on my laptop, do some editing, or I put my feet up on one of those little like pop out footrest things if they're available. And having someone who does not look before they lean can often cause some problems and minor injuries. You know? My second favorite type of person to encounter while I am traveling is the person who lets you into the check-in line when people are going crazy. So any of you guys who have even traveled once know that this happens where they start to board the plane, they call the first zone. All of a sudden, everybody is in line, and not just one line, but like a line coming in from the left and a line coming in from the right. And it isn't always clear who in line is actually being called for boarding now and who is going to be in the last zone. So for someone like me who generally ends up in a boarding zone somewhere in the middle because I like to sit in the middle of the airplane, I always have this weird struggle where it's like, I don't want to jump in line in front of someone who is supposed to be boarding, but when they're calling my zone to board, I also don't know where like that end of that line ends. So anyway, to make a long story short, my favorite person is that person in line who says, oh, are you in zone B? I'm not on until zone C, so you can hop in front of me. And you know, and then everyone's boarding when they're supposed to be boarding, because that's always very helpful. Yeah, I like those people. My next favorite person to encounter in the airport, in my travels, is the person who preps. The person who preps for security, the person who preps for boarding, especially if they have kids and that kind of thing, who like has their shit together when they're called for boarding. You know, those people who just like seem at least a little bit organized. Gotta love those people. If you saw my video on people that I dislike, one of those types of people is the person who is not prepared for security and holds everybody up in line. And so yeah, like the opposite of that person, gotta love them. My fourth favorite type of person to encounter in my travels is the person who helps me with my bag. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like someone should always be helping me with my bag when I'm traveling, but in general, my arm strength, well, like, not so good. And when I pack my backpacks for flights, generally I do like heaviest items at the bottom so that it's easier to carry and all those tricks, but I do have a lot of electronics. And one of the things that I do struggle with is when I'm not putting it under the seat in front of me, a lot of the times as soon as I get it, like, I'm just at that height, you know, where as soon as I get it right over my head, it's like, it's almost in the bin, but it's not quite in the bin, and it takes, you know, just a bit of a, you know what I mean. And as someone who hates to be that person who's like holding up the line, you know, I want to just be able to like toss it in the bin or toss it in my seat, get out of the way and let everybody pass. Nothing makes me happier than when the person standing behind me sees it like right there, right on the cusp, and just gives it that extra little tap. In, done, huh. Love it. And my very last favorite type of person to encounter in my travels is flight attendants who go above and beyond to just, you know, just help you out just a little. You know when you find yourself saying, oh, cookies or pretzels, and they say, how about both? Or when you go to order that $9 slice of pizza on a domestic flight because you're starving and you need food and you didn't think it through, and you order it and your flight attendant says, I'd go with the sandwich. You know, that little bit of honesty, all those little things. Just every little thing that that person does that takes no additional effort on their part and makes your flight all that much better. I'm thinking of one very specific flight attendant right now. She was wonderful. Anyways, those are just 5 of my favorite people to encounter during my travels. If you can think of a type of person who never ceases to make your travels that much better and who you hope to encounter throughout your journeys, feel free to leave a comment in the down bar below. I would love to hear your story, and don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button because we have more travel content coming your way every Thursday and Sunday. And until next time, don't forget to stay great and travel safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!